Day 3 of Browns camp is not particularly eventful, except, Mary Kay, you learned something new about Dave Zastudil.
That's right. I caught up with punter Dave Zastudil today, only to find out that he has been recovering from a torn patella tendon. Now, that is not an easy surgery to come back from, but Dave's working really, really hard out here. He's sharing time with Reggie Hodges, the other punter. But Dave tells me he is optimistic he will be back for that opener. He's working really hard towards that, but he is not overworking himself in this camp. He's taking it easy and trying to get that leg strengthened. It's his plant leg, not his kicking leg, but he says all the pressure is on that leg. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as camp goes along. There's another little good note going on in camp here, and that's about a rookie. Tony, tell us about that.
Well, the third-round pick, Sean Laval, the guard from Arizona State, has been practicing with the first team. He started yesterday, and I think some of it is the result of Tony Pascio still being on the sideline, the right tackle with cold symptoms. That has moved Floyd Womack to right tackle, and Laval has been looking good at right guard. He's also taken some snaps, at least today, with the third team as the third team center. Number 2 right now is Tony Yates. One of the missions of this camp is for them to come up with a backup center in case Alex Mack needs relief. And Laval is taking snaps there too. He never played center at Arizona State. He and T.J. Ward are the only 2 rookies right now playing with the first team. Ward, of course, safety opposite Abe Elam. Mary Kay, periodically on these videos, we're going to take a look at a position and just talk about it. And let's talk about linebacker. It's the only position where there's no rookies. There's 8 players who've started NFL games. What do you make of what's going to go on there as camp winds up?
Well, they really seem to be loaded at linebacker. I mean, it's amazing when you see how many bodies and experienced players they have at this position. The starting lineup today featured Matt Roth, Chris Gokung, DeQuell Jackson, Scott Fujita. That doesn't even include some of the other players that have played really well there in the last part of last season, including guys like Jason Trusnick, David Bowens, Marcus Bernard. So there's a ton of bodies. I'm almost thinking there's enough of a surplus that maybe someone attracts something in a trade or something. I don't know how they're going to play all these guys, but it's a good problem for the Browns to have. And boy, guys like Scott Fujita have really, really added to this defense, just leadership. I hear him out there, telling other guys, where to be and where to line up. So it's been a very interesting position to watch this summer. How about you?
Yeah, I could see there's also the 2 rookies from last year, David Vekune, Kaluka Maeva. You mentioned Bernard, who had 2 sacks of Roethlisberger when the Browns beat Pittsburgh. He's kind of like their designated pass rusher. DeQuell is strictly an inside guy. Everyone else seems to be able to play more than one position. I think, this is a linebacker-centric defense. Those are the kind of guys that also play on core special teams. I can see at least 10 linebackers making the final roster, which is a lot and will detract from another position. But that's what this defense is all about, their linebackers.
Well, you know that Rob Ryan and Eric Mangini love linebackers, and so I know it would be hard for them to part with any one of these guys. They're very excited about them. And that's it from Day 3 of Browns training camp.